Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very exciting matchup. We have today Marco versus Kariossa in the winners bracket finals. I'm joined today by August 40th and Ginger Sunny here on comms. Take it away for us, why don't you?
Thank you, thank you. Happy to be here for the we're wrapping up season 5. How does it feel to be here, Ginger?
I'm so excited. A privilege to be here for this one. The last two undefeated in the entire tournament, going head to head to decide who will have a one game advantage in the final. It's going to be a really hype matchup. The runners speak for themselves, really.
Absolutely. I was taking a look at the challenge page, all 73 predictions. There might have been like 4 or 5 total that didn't have either Marco Cariosa or what the hell's or the Salty Sponge in at least one of the top 4 spots. So it just goes to show you it is no surprise that Marco and Cariosa have been here.
Yeah, and this is the sort of battle of the French greats. They've both been around for a very long time. Two of the bigger names in France as well when it comes to speedrunning. Marco to speedrunning in general, and Kariosa OOT. So recent form is basically the same. pretty average. But the recent form really is just all the names that they've taken out on the way here. It's a who's who. Particularly Kariosa with Sponge and what the hell's who'll be facing off tomorrow. In another exciting match.
It might make Kariosa feel a little more confident going into that matchup against either one of these. But I think a lot of people are looking at Marco as the heavy favorite. You see in the center there, 23 races that they have in common. Marco on top, 15 of those. However, if you look at some of the times here, best time ever, 1 hour 41. And the average time of 2 hours, 35 minutes, just beating out both of those categories on Marco's side there.
That's quite interesting. Why that would be, because the results seem similar, but the times are a little bit different. That is quite interesting over the last 10 races. We're almost pretty much ready to start, I think, aren't we? It says 30 seconds, so let's have a problem. Start discussing the medallions and song quickly, I guess.
Yeah, it's Eiffel 65 theme. We've got a blue medallion and the Ocarina of Time song of time.
Interesting. Starting as a child. This is still season 5 settings and not league settings, so this is chest size matches contents. So we'll be seeing peaks that we wouldn't otherwise be seeing. So if we see a big chest, it's something that is worth looking out for. It's an improvement or an item that we want. And as you say, Song of Time. That's pretty bad. I guess it depends. Doesn't open much too early or anything at all. So we'll see. Oh, it is Death Mountain Crater start.
Yeah, very hot and spicy starting screen here.
I don't think I'm ahead of time. I think I'm okay, but I didn't want to speak too early because then it started syncing. It's child start in DMT. Awesome.
An immediate divergence. Marco saying, "I want to see what's free here in the wall. Get some money that might be useful." But Kariosa says, "I'm going straight into Goron City." It's time to light up the lights.
Yeah, clear the path. At least Barker doesn't need to worry about money for the rest of the seed, basically. So I can see why you would go grab that.
The memers have begun in chat. Unfortunately, we can't rush to GTG quite yet. We need a couple more things at least.
Very much inaccessible as of this moment.
But both runners making very efficient use of their trip through the city. They don't have strength upgrade. They don't have chews or bombs to actually do the pot check. But they are not wasting the opportunity to light the free stick, light the torches, come back for it later.
one advantage of starting with consumables in these settings is that you've got a deco stick available straight away that you can use for this start. Going to get our first song check in a moment from Kariossa.
And as well, the divergence is continuing. Marco playing with some skull children.
And that is the Serenade.
the blue theme continues.
It certainly does. Budget prelude.
And I'm not sure if that gives Kariossa an edge. All his stats were in blue. His tunic's in blue.
Even the Song of Time is kind of blue with the ocarina. Yeah, maybe it is a sign. Maybe blue is the colour for this evening.
And that is our Skull Mask.
Is dead. Hammer Rock's chest is dead. And Pierre is dead.
Some interesting sometimes hints. Skull Mask isn't always hint. Good to get that one quickly under wraps.
Mm-hmm. Good to know early that you don't need to do any of that. Let's get Skull Mask in it again. Let's see what Mido's got for us today.
One big chest.
What's it going to be?
They're just keeping us in suspense. It's a bow.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, kind of similar with that Song of Time. Doesn't open a whole lot on its own. Not too exciting as our first major item.
No, it's not really giving us any sort of hints towards where we should be going to. Just yet. So yeah, Marco done a few more checks in Lost Woods, but is going to be following the same route as Kariossa now, I imagine.
Yeah, Marco has filled his wallet up early twice. That gold rupee in the crater and $50 from the Ocarina game. So he's sticking around for the bridge scrub, I think. Meanwhile, Kariossa using that Serenade right away. Imagine Gaybor is going to drop him off. Unfortunately, Kariossa would like him to drop him off straight into Lon Lon, but it's alright. Quick back walk.
Yeah, it's like if you're on like a long distance bus journey and the bus drives past your house or near it, but you know you have to get off at the city centre, then it's a similar feeling. It's like, you couldn't just drop me off at London on the way, could you? It's like, nope.
Perfect metaphor.
Here's the dash to London, and as you said, Mark is going to check the bridge scrub and get us an extra hint as well. River Fish. So that's 3 hints we might not be seeing. And those hints could be pretty big. And they're fire arrows, which, again, to go with the things we can't really use and
yeah.
theme continues.
And thankfully for Kariossa, that I think it's hard to imagine a scenario where Marco gains a gigantic advantage because he's got the fire arrows really early.
No, I don't think there's a... It's not like a strength or something like this. Something that would actually be useful now and almost guaranteed useful that you have to have at least 2 of them.
Well, we will see if eventually that comes into play. Could be a bit before Kariossa gets back there.
Mm-hmm. Just some more money, so yeah, we not necessary at all to rush that gold rupee in the cavern at the start.
But it just gives Marco that extra peace of mind. All right, that's not sitting there, Sphere 0.
True. It's not the most useful of spawn spots, so you're not going to be like quitting back there too often.
Oh, that is pretty convenient getting Sunsong really early.
That is nice. We don't have to worry about time of day routing, which, as I saw in a race I watched a couple of days ago, just a little bit off with your time of day routing, it can spiral onwards with decisions and checks. So, not to worry about in this seed. That's a peace of mind, I think. For not that they should be too worried about it, they're both top runners, but nevertheless, good to have that peace of mind, as you said.
There the cows side by side. Cow sanity confirmed off.
Oh, what a shame. I mean, we knew it had to be, but there could have been the glitch in the glitch in the seed that just suddenly happened to roll that as a setting. One day it might happen.
Well, if anyone wants the opportunity to see a kind of wacky seed like that, stay tuned here on Friday for a Random Settings League match.
Which I believe is followed by Freaky Friday as well, so it'll be a doubly crazy settings Friday.
And it's not even April 1st.
I know, we're spoiled this month. So it's Marco's turn to get a refill of his wallet, as Kariossa goes to do child fishing. Keeping the blue theme, he's decided to play along with it and go straight to the lake, followed by fishing.
Yeah, really dry start, just 7.5 minutes.
Very much so. Not even a particularly healthy start, apart from one heart container I think we've seen.
Oh, hello.
There's the first item that we can do something with. That's the strength.
Yeah, these runners are making really quick work of all these Sphere Zero child checks. Kariossa getting paid out. I think it just might be time to go adult.
Yep. Sensibly setting, since it's here, setting Scarecrow for later, just in case. Against a runner like Marco, you don't want to you want to cover every single base possible.
Yeah.
So sensible.
And look at this, he's back walking out. Open grotto, maybe the valley?
Yeah, it must be definitely open grotto, I would imagine. But valley as well. It's not usual you see lake to valley. It's usually valley to lake.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting way of doing it.
Meanwhile, Marco following in on Kariossa, seemingly in the lead, just down those fire arrows.
Mm-hmm.
Not catch that hint.
It looked like Nocturne on Composed Growth, I believe. Yeah.
Confirmed by VXR.
Thank you, VXR.
And that is indeed Kariossa going into the valley.
Excellent valley play. The wrong order, usually, but I still like to see it. Because we've got Serenade, it's one of those rare moments when it actually makes sense to go from the lake, as opposed to valley first. But I still endorse the play. See what Marco decides to do after setting Scarecrow, whether he'll rush adult with that strength, or whether he'll follow Kariossa to the valley. Sari's object child spawn was Death Mountain Crater. It's not the most useful of child spawns, but it's somewhat okay, I guess. You get to the woods quite quickly. And that is a hammer in the valley.
And it does look like Marco, unless he's going to walk out after the hint. Looks like Marco's setting up to take the owl. So that hammer could be big news for Kariossa.
Kakariko Village, path to Morpha. Wowie, yeah, as VXR says. Fantastic cack path.
Awesome recoil there from Marco to get that Skulltula.
30 is dead. That is just a shield today, so we're not going to be collecting 30 skulls for that. Even Team Never Buy a Shield would collect 30 skulls for a shield, so...
And nothing in What the Hell's Waterfall, so it is...
that hammer, like Marco, that's going to feel really nice to take that back adult along with the strength.
We're going to have to maybe keep our eyes out for a Valley Path to Volvagia hint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty likely we will get one. And for Marco's sake, probably hopes we will get one. Find one more.
And our racers ping-ponging, Marco taking a quick pit stop for another Skulltula. Both runners purchasing a shield.
Sensible. You never know when you can get bombs, and then you can put your bomb jumps to the ground jumps to use immediately. That's my main thing for rushing a shield. So I can start doing crazy jumps immediately.
All right, Kariossa ever so slightly ahead in the slingshot minigame. It might come down to aim. Who comes out of this building first?
Very even, still very even. No mistakes from either runner here.
And just a bundle of arrows.
Some arrows, fantastic. But that was fun. That was proof that there isn't really an optimal way to beat that game apart from just don't miss.
It does not help the NA meme though. North American aim.
Yeah, EU aim proving strong again for the moment. Till tomorrow, we'll have to see. The battle of the NA aim and see how that goes. But,
wow, they are neck and neck turning in Richard. Of course, the French restream refers to this check as Kiki delivering us a wallet.
Kiki's a good display today. It's handy to have.
And Marco taking an extra second playing Song of Time again. Or Sun Song.
Dead. DC to Goma. Fortress dead. 50 dead.
Alright, did Dodongo's Cavern have a Kokiri sword or a slingshot? Always the question.
I can see it being a slingshot, just to troll and make the slingshot actually have a use, I guess. At least logically.
Well, that does confirm the Deku tree is one of our medallions. With that hammer, Kariossa is not going to be stopped by much in there. All right, Spirit Temple in Jabu. Water Temple. Deku, and I did not get the last one.
DC. Looked like
All
DC.
right. Good news. Yep. Confirmed.
Yeah, it's Spirit, Jabu, Water, Deku, and DC. Not too bad, I guess. The water, two watery medallions, plus the water medallion makes 2 watery dungeons makes sense for the seed. That blue theme continuing, as you pointed out.
Bias confirmed. But as we see here, that extra little step that Marco took to place Sunsong in the market, catching right back up here. But Kariossa first to get a check-in under his belt.
Yeah, this is one that Marco might not be getting for a little while, depending on what else Cat gives us. It's just a small chest, but that is a boomerang.
All hail Lord Banana. Rufio knows the value of potassium.
That's a very fast result path, and that's Death Mountain Crater to Twin Rover as well.
That is. So Strength 2 or Mirror Shield in the crater. Or something that leads to it.
Again, if it's on the Hammer Fairy, then that could be a big advantage to Kariossa. Find out what song we get.
And the longer that Marco goes without explosives / that hammer, an advantage if Kariossa can get good stuff out of those types of checks.
Okay, so it's not going to be Requiem on Crater because we've just got that.
Yeah, that is pretty good news if you ask me.
So probably not the song then, in that case. Marco going from one shooting to the other. There's been one check that getting that bow early does actually open up for us, and remembering to do it.
Now, the one and only, I forget if it was season 1 or season 2, maybe, but I specifically remember this check burning Marco once upon a time.
Clearly, never making that mistake ever again.
Yeah, it just has to happen once.
Yep. And Marco is an extremely experienced runner and has been running for years, and so anything that could go wrong, he's probably managed to do at some point. So
Yep. Not a stranger to the standard tournament, to Master Quest dungeons, random settings league, doing it all. And again, a little bit of a ping-ponging as the runners route Kakariko Village a little bit differently.
Yeah, it's quite interesting how they've been in sync, and then they've done different checks, and then they got back in sync again, and then they've done different checks, and now they're back in sync again. It's quite interesting. The slight differences in routing, even though they're still ending up in basically the same place.
Yeah, it seems pretty straightforward early on, the first 20 minutes or so here. It'll be interesting to see if Marco decides to dip into Dodongo's Cavern.
I was going to say, it looks like a Kukiri sword, I believe. I thought it was maybe a stick, but I think that might be the Kukiri sword. Chat seems to agree with that. It looks like the Kukiri sword.
I think you're right. So, pretty quick confirmation as to what's inside Dodongo's Cavern. But with that strength and bow, Dodongo's Cavern might be a bit tempting for Marco. So we might
certainly worth a dip, and I've seen vanilla bomb bags, or French vanilla bomb bags, plenty of times. DC is usually a very good play.
And flawless Dampe races. Kariossa with the 49. Marco, I think just a bit quicker. 1 second.
Very close. Nothing on Dumpe today for digging. I mean, racing. Total waste of time. It feels bad.
Well, we're still getting blue rupees, so the theme continues.
That's true. Dumpe heard about the themes, playing along.
Good old Grampe. Wow, Kariossa played that song so fast. It would be amazing if a race came down to how fast you play a couple songs.
That would be one of the most incredible races that I'd ever seen. But the first 20 minutes have been so close. We're not that far off of it. Apart from that hammer, could really come back to bite Marco in this Adult 1 section.
Yeah, hammer for Kariossa, fire arrows for Marco is the difference.
Literally frame by frame, entering spirit there.
Okie dokie, there is our access to Sheik in the meadow. Nothing else to do out here, though.
Sponge in chat pointing out the risk of playing to the memes. There was a league race where someone opened Ganon's boss key chest for the memes and lost by 3 seconds, which that feels pretty bad, I imagine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lost Woods to Baronade was the hint there, according to the XR. I interrupted.
Yeah, no, it's all good. But a league match, I think, is a little bit different than the semifinals here of standard season.
Oh, very true. Very true. Kariossa not forgetting that this check exists, having got 2 bows, feels that it's time to do this check. Marco going up DMT. This DC dip could be a real thing.
Yeah, not necessarily an inefficiency play. Kariossa does have the hammer, did the Redead Grotto. So Marco will be first inside Dodongo's Cavern. However, Kariossa will have a bit of a quicker time with that hammer. Won't have to wait for these bomb flowers to blow up.
It's a few seconds time that can make back. Which, as I sort of referred to earlier, against either of these players, like their execution is almost always top notch. So you can't really afford not to have your movement down.
I guarantee you, if you're paying attention close enough, you will see something you've never seen before. It goes for everybody.
Guarantee. I agree with that guarantee. Nothing there, though.
Sticks. That's nice.
Bit nicer in the league settings because you don't get consumables, but take it. And 50 still dead, as Kirby confirms. That's a DC hint.
So we'll also have to pay attention to when these runners stop opening these small chests. Marco does have one extra heart container.
Yeah, this first possibility of choose might make them keep opening the chest a little bit longer than we might normally see. It really depends, I guess.
Kariossa tried shooting that bomb flower there, unfortunately missing. Trying to catch up anytime he can to go a little bit faster.
That was a good effort. Not easy to aim in this game, I think that's fair to say.
Absolutely. 1995, especially, joysticks were still a burgeoning technology.
3D gaming in general is pretty new back in those days.
This room tends to pay out. There's a big chest.
Whoa, is the DC dip worthwhile? I guess it's the only thing that's open.
It certainly was.
And there we go. It's French vanilla bomb back.
And unfortunately, kind of minimizing the importance of that hammer on Kariossa's side, especially given that fire is just a Kokiri Emerald today.
Yeah, indeed.
But good news nonetheless from both our runners. 25-minute bomb bag, feeling pretty good.
Yep. That'll speed up the opening of small chests, whether we'll stop or not, as we were just discussing.
In a swag cutscene from the lower lip.
Very nice. just skills, just showing them off.
And not even concerned about that Keese. Knows exactly where he's headed. I know if that Keese was that close to me, I'd be too nervous to keep pushing the block.
Well, Marco is in the Matrix and the Keese is everybody else. It's just so in sync with the game. Having played it so much and so skillfully for so long. Nothing above DC, and there's one answer to the question: are we going to stop seeing chests open? Marco already avoiding the small chests.
Yeah, that's one I've seen racers argue, especially with the bomb. If you're waiting for it to blow up, you might as well just pop that chest open. Marco knows exactly where to stand, and really just not wasting any time at all.
Perfect King Dodongo fight, but then it's pretty easy to get a perfect King Dodongo fight. Can't really speed it up in any way. Sponge he did waste a bomb. That's right. It's not the most efficient.
We've got plenty of bombs.
Well, for now.
Now, I'm not worried. We got an adult wallet. There's a hook shot.
Oh, nice.
So that'll keep us going adult quite a bit longer. The big question is the Dip Forest Temple.
It is a good question. Doesn't look like going to go back child, so...
Yeah, we're definitely going to see that route to the meadow. But will we dip the forest? I think to find that out, you're going to all have to stay tuned right here on ZSR. Unless, of course, you speak French, then you can watch Casey Necro cover it.
And if you are French and watching us on the English restream, bonsoir.
Merci beaucoup.
Oui.
Also, chat pointing out no slingshot into Dongo's Cavern. So that hook shot is going to take us, or that bomb bag is going to take us to a slingshot eventually. Not that these runners care.
No. But it's worth keeping in the more of a logic you understand, even if it's not particularly relevant. Sometimes the better. And I don't think either of these two will have any problems with with how logic works in this game. But yeah, I would like the Deku play here, I think. Find out what some lacks. Let's get Deku out of the way.
Yeah, good point. Very good point. Does take a couple of age changes. Not the greatest.
These are some checks that Kariossa can... One check that he can get that Marco won't be able to get, and we'll be able to get through there faster. And Marco just deciding to avoid all of that and go straight to DMC, follow that path.
Yeah, might opt to route it in on his way to the Lost Woods. Let's see what we got in the crater. Vanilla.
Vanilla Valera. Okay. Strength is in... There's a strength in Shadow Pot. Okay. Stone Shadow has a strength in the pot. Interesting. That could be pretty big. Or it could be completely unnecessary. That's the beauty of strengths.
Anybody confirm what was on top of the volcano?
No idea at all. It was very dark, didn't see it. And Darunia is dead today, so we won't be seeing her dance. Medagoron snitched on Darunia, and Darunia will not be dancing today, which is a shame. But good to know he saves us time.
Yeah, some pretty good sometimes hits, I think.
Controlled by Link the Moron, as I heard Alexander Harold call him. Agree wholeheartedly. He can be a moron.
Well, his problem solving begs a little work. You know, a dragon kidnaps your entire species, and he's just rolling around the city.
It was probably fun for the first sort of few months, and then after a little while, it probably got a bit boring. But
yeah,
still carried on anyway. I guess you've got to give him credit for hanging on. But
just like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone.
Exactly. Karius is going to give us another look at the volcano, so we should maybe get another look. I'll full screen it and see if I can see what the hell it is. No idea. Not with
It's
that.
dark.
Not with that resolution.
Question, where was the hammer? That was on the crate in Gerudo Valley. Unfortunately for Kariossa and fans, Bomb Bag sitting in a Dodongo's Cavern. It's not gonna gain Kariossa too much advantage here early on.
If there's something on the fairy, then that could really swing it. But at this point, that's the only thing really. But the hammer time saves right now. And the Mido skip from Marco, which is when you just play the song. No need to skip. And Segway Speed Race with a good point. Yeah, Kariossa, when he's reading hints, it's really difficult to read what they are. That's rather foolish. We already knew that. But,
Ooh,
Ruto's letter. Okay.
Lostwood's Path to Baronade. So that gives Marco a bit of extra fodder to go chase that Kokiri sword.
Mm-hmm.
Zora's River is foolish, but now we've got an excuse to go turn that letter in, get our forest medallion.
Yeah, get our shadow medallion as well. Once we go get our Kokiri sword with the boomerang. Definitely, our time as adult is limited.
Yeah, unfortunately that just requires 2 age changes. Oh wait, no, we've got the boomerang. Never mind.
Yep.
I was thinking they needed to plant the bean.
No, that boomerang actually really useful, and not just for Jabu for once. And that is Zelda's Lullaby, sort of expectedly available for Marco, and it's going to dip. Makes sense. There's some easy skulls you can get here, and have a look and see what you find in the first few checks. Kariossa attempting the skip, not getting it, and then just playing the song. Mido not being too friendly to Kariossa today, so Marco playing it safer was the correct call there.
Now, Marco wins the Mido race. But it will be interesting to see if Kariossa follows him into the... Oh, I guess that's it. Just the first check. One and done.
Get us a key. I'm out of here. Take that skull and go, child. Which, I imagine Kariossa will do the same.
Yeah, nothing stopping us. And we also can take that boomerang into the child side of Spirit Temple. That'd be a good clean everything up.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing really pointing us towards forest apart from the fact that we've got a bow and a hookshot, and it's stone and it's not hinted. It makes sense to get out of there as soon as possible.
Alright, what does Destiny hold for us today? Ooh, it's a big chest. 30. And...
Oh.
Just a friendly reminder, everyone, you gotta Zooter safely.
Mm-hmm. Boulder of Destiny endorses this message today. This PSA from the from Randobot.
Also, one of my favorite Twitch streamers, Wooden Barrel, showing us that in their bracket match. Oh, and it looks like Kariossa cannot dodge the lure of the Forest Temple. Marco taking some time to farm up money.
Definitely been playing it safe with the money today, Marco. There's money to get, I'll grind for it. I never know when I might need it.
I'd just be tempted to climb the chains as child instead. Marco's got his reasons.
Maybe he's got a specific time of day set and doesn't want to prolong it, and that's why he grinded there.
Oh, and kariossa is dipping deeper.
Few extra skulls available. Still haven't seen a 40 hint, if I'm not mistaken, and no 10 or 20 hint. So this is probably the more common play. If you're going to dip forest, you're going to at least maybe do the courtyard and grab a few skulls. Marco just, nope, I'm out of here.
I mean, and to top it all off, still do not have our Ocarina of Time hint.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so this all could still be progression. Still should be completely necessary, and that would be quite big for kariossa.
Yeah, we know it can't be Nocturne. Big ones would be Storms or Epona's Song.
Be interesting to see what Marco does from here first. Bumshy bowling makes sense.
Absolutely.
Nothing but some love today. Yeah, not yet fostered, but does know where it is, and will be getting it on their visit to Graveyard.
And so it looks like Marco specifically farmed those rupees up earlier for Bomb Chew Bowling, so he didn't have to go out of the castle, walk back in, and you see right there farming right back up to 57.
Just little routing efficiencies that come from the experience of playing this for so long.
Yeah, 5 standard seasons, plus all of the RSL ridiculousness.
That looks like is that a big chest in the well?
It does look like that. Oh,
it's just a t-shirt.
Could come in handy eventually inside the water temple, but we don't have anything to get there.
Nope.
And Curious is sticking around adult.
Yeah, this is interesting that they're continuing this adult play. Maybe they're thinking, well, the obvious thing is to go child. Maybe if I stay adult a little bit longer, maybe I can... Does go to the hill as well, so actually you can finish off this fairy. So this is the path then.
Yeah, I was just thinking that this could really pay off. You might be thinking Marco was a little unlikely to go into Valley and chase him to the hammer, so maybe trying to get some advantage from it. Unfortunately, just $5.
Okay, so not that. And that's magic on 10 skulls for Marco.
All right, spider hunting paying off.
Those fire arrows can now be used. Not used for anything particularly, but they can be used. That's if required. I mean, Benji, magic could still be on lax. Like, magic 2 could just be sat there. Dumpe having nothing as an adult either. Completely useless for seed. And the Great Fairy is also pretty useless so far this seed.
Now, but there is the butter knife for Marco, making great work towards progression here.
And that's for Pierre, top fire temple hint again. But yeah, no, Marco getting that trick first time. Unsurprising. And adult spawn is Kakariko Village, entrance to Hyrule Field.
Pretty good one. No prelude. It's going to be one of our quicker ways to the temple.
So, chat's saying that it's hover boots on the volcano, presumably.
That's definitely interesting.
Well, there's that hinted Nocturne for Marco, so...
Yeah, Marco definitely looks like he is in the lead here, 42 minutes in.
Mm-hmm. Now it's Karios's turn to step into the time stream. Return back 7 years.
Making that good old deposit into our Bank of the Temple of Time.
Marco obviously not getting the Darunius hint from Medigorum, but not going to cost him anything since it's right there. And if he needed it, he got a bomb refill, which he actually did kind of need, so that's quite useful.
Yeah, he's gonna be making good use of those bombs right away.
Mm-hmm. As you said, setting up the chest earlier means you can just come straight here with the strength. Without the strength, even because you've got bomb bag.
Big money.
Marco finding all the gold rupees today, it seems. Yep. Try that again. That looked a lot better.
And it looks like Kariossa is actually going to beat Marco into Jabu. A bit more ping-ponging going on here.
Yeah, just deciding to rush straight to Jabu, which makes sense.
Where is Marco going here? Skull Kid, okay. I hope he's not forgotten that he doesn't have a scale yet.
Hydrophobic Walrus with the 41 months as well subscribing. 2-year streak, 24-month streak, that's pretty incredible. GG's.
There are some beans from Kariossa, so if there is indeed something good on that volcano, we should be seeing Kariossa playing Bolero. And it looks like these runners continuing to diverge. Just 45 minutes in, Marco going into the Deku Tree. Both our runners working on medallion number 3 already.
Kariossa not going to bother with any of the hint stones. Knows that it's barren, but isn't going to waste any time on hint stones either. Just going to rush straight to the top. Lost Woods to Baronade. Thanks, Deku. Very useful. Yeah, J-Bone Volcanoes for hover boots, we're pretty sure. Which would be our path. Or one of them. And 40 is Din's Fire, so that is a 40 hint. And that is a required 40 Skull Seed.
Do we... Shadow's a stone.
It is, but didn't we get a path? Am I mistaking this? Did we get a path for Shadow?
We got a strength upgrade
Strength
in
and
this
Shadow.
pot.
We might need it. That's right, we might not need it.
So it's pretty big bait, if you ask me.
That does seem like pretty big bait for 40. Probably one that you would sort of collect, but kind of put off until you sort of seen a few more checks before really going after it, I think.
Yep. I think these runners are wise to do as much as they can before chasing that.
Lake Hylia to King Dodongo. Really? Wowee.
Interesting. Oh, the strength for the bomb bag. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing so far in Deku Tree. 3 checks down. 3 to go.
It's a big chest, though.
Is indeed.
Can the Zora Domain Torches actually pay off? Kariossa not forgetting to put that bottle to use and get the emotional support fish to feed to Jabu.
Big wallet.
Okay, so don't need that. 100% sure we do not need that. But, well, blue fire, I doubt it. We should have access. So.
Yeah, we already do have access to our ice cavern. I think we're going to be approaching the hour mark, maybe just slightly after. And we're going to be at a 4 medallion count.
And there's the big sword, big stabby.
And that just means these runners are going to be going that much faster.
Absolutely. That's 30 minutes time save right there, as Ikola will tell you. Tongue in cheek.
So we are looking for our water temple stuff, looking for our spirit temple stuff. Iron boots, long shot, strength 2, and the mirror shield. 1 strength hinted halfway into Shadow Temple. Looking pretty friendly so far. Look at this, Marco pulling out the strats for the finals. Checking the basement skull in Deku Tree.
Well, yes, you do not see this very often, if at all.
But I think that is a pretty clear indication that Marco is likely to be chasing that Din's Fire.
Yeah, we've got plenty of items, so if it does come down to a skull hunt, it shouldn't take too long to really go at it. So if Marco could just root in a few extra on the progression, which he's doing, I think we'll be in a pretty good spot.
And the swag strats continue.
Wow.
That's a fun one.
Just making it look so easy.
Oh yeah, first try, no problem.
And VXR pointing A, we've got 72 skulls in Logic, so rooting them shouldn't be difficult, just all about trying to balance it between time potentially saved or not.
Yeah, collecting them is no problem. You just want to collect them faster than your opponent. Mm-hmm. And in the semifinals of a standard season tournament, that is a no easy feat. We've seen those 50 skull hints where if you get the hint early, these runners can do that sub 90 minutes, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Almost as easy as that Goma fight right there.
I didn't even watch the Goma fight. I knew it would be over in like 20 seconds, so I was watching Kariossa. Lo and behold, Marco just... It could have done it in his sleep, but dispatching of Queen Goma very, very efficiently.
In his sleep, likely blindfolded.
Mm-hmm.
Do it in crowd control with chat spending money to mess him up. Ooh, big chest here in Jabu's belly. It is another bomb.
Another bomb. Yep. Womp womp. Bad luck. Try again.
And unfortunately, no silver scale in the Deku Tree from Marco, so we'll have to take a longer route. Which direction is he going here? Ooh, bug time. We're definitely getting Dense Fire over here on the left side of the screen.
It's going to be a sign that Marco wants to just do as efficient a child period as he can, and just try and do as many skulls in that period as he can as well. Which I don't hate at all. I think that's a worth a time investment at this point.
Yeah,
with the knowledge that we have. You want to hope you don't need that one in Shadow, but if you do, then, you know, you'd be way ahead, so...
Yeah, that is the gamble that Marco is taking. However, if Kariossa finds a strength upgrade here at the end of Jabu, or maybe just in Child Spirit, this time will not pay off. Unless, of course, there's something else in the Shadow Temple, which there very likely could be.
Yep, just because an item is in a dungeon certainly doesn't mean that there isn't any more interesting items in there. Certainly doesn't mean that there is either, admittedly, but...
It's gonna be getting exciting here, approaching the 1 hour mark.
16 skulls already for Marco. It'll be interesting to see when Kariossa gets spare magic off of handing in 10 skulls eventually, whether they will decide to do what Marco's doing and try and rush as many skulls as possible. Since they've got freely available magic, it makes it a bit more of a play.
Yeah, where was that 40 hit?
I want to say Deku Tree? Yeah, I think it was Deku Tree.
Alright, so Kariossa should get that eventually. Good news is they are collecting all these skulls inside the Jabu. I wonder if Kariossa will make this hard of a play for 40 skulls.
Yep, not a nocturne play, as Sponge pointing out, so Marco deciding would rather hike and not have to go through Kakariko, I guess.
Oh, going up the river. No, it's time for Jabu.
Oh, yeah, of course. That makes total sense.
Yeah, no silver scales, though. Take the long way. Only stop in here will be for beans and the skull pillow. Actually, Marco might grab the second one at the top of the river, too.
With Sunsong, makes it that much easier to grab on the way up.
And Kariossa not going for the switch skip, is picking up the crate. I'm pretty sure Marco will go for the skip. We'll all have to stay tuned right here on ZSR to find out, though.
Carrier's just deciding not going to take any chances. Just going to do it the safe way.
That's one of those tricks. If you don't get it in the first, I think 1 or 2 attempts, you're wasting time.
Mm-hmm. And there's no way to fix it either. you can't just save state your way back to the top, unfortunately. So it's a big risk to take, that one. But you can save a few seconds, but you could cost yourself the race. So it's a bit of a payoff, risk reward sort of thing.
Yep.
And there's 20th skull for Marco.
Still looking for hints. Baronade goes down on Kariossa's side.
Very smooth Jabu fight and Morpher fight. It looked like just a bomb refill, so nothing really on Jabu today, apart from another bomb bag.
And a marriage proposal.
Yeah, indeed. But will be properly ignored for the next 7 years. Heartless, but there we go. Link's got to save the world. There's more important things than marrying royalty.
Yeah, it's not his fault his destiny had him hyperbolically sealed.
Mm-hmm.
Kariossa is sticking around. A Great Fairy Fountain to check. Another skull to look to collect. Oh, what was that? Was that a Darunia?
That might be the second Darunia hint. The one that Marco didn't get, and got a bomb refill instead.
Looks like Kariossa is playing Requiem. We're going to do Child Spirit and then save Warp to Goron City for our deck retreat. Good news, Kariossa is not missing any time up on these domain checks. I'll go getting these as well. Well, here we go, into the Spirit Temple.
Yeah, going in with those sticks, because as Alpha Mario pointing out, Lee saying that still hasn't gone to the graveyard to get that Kukuri sword just yet.
Ooh, very true, good point.
If he's misseen it, that could be pretty bad. If he thinks it's a stick upgrade. But I mean, you'd have to imagine probably not. Probably must know.
Yeah, unfortunately never routed in the Royal Tomb, so it doesn't have Nocturne. Not a real easy way to get there.
Mm-hmm, it's true.
Speaking of sword, there is Marco's Big Goron sword.
So we've got a key on Child Spirit. So probably necessary. There's that strength hint again.
We are going deeper. Marco taking the extra time to kill this Skulltula with a bomb. It takes a little time to wait for the fuse on the bomb to light, but it just takes one hit with the bomb as opposed to 2 hits with the boomerang.
Not the easiest to aim, but extremely powerful if you can. And yeah, Lee, you're right. I've seen this happen before. When Marco decides he wants to go for skulls, he will get there in no time at all. Like, before you even notice, he's at like 37, and you're like, what? How did that happen?
Yeah, all the soil patches really pan out. Didn't even do all of them. I don't think he went out to Colossus or the one in Bolero.
Nope.
Could have, 3 or 4 more. Oh, and almost drowning the princess.
For a second, I had to double take there. It was like, okay, the water's not. He didn't touch the switch, it's safe. Just for a second, I was like, oh no.
Fortunately, missing the swag backflip onto the switch, but we'll let that slide for now.
I think he's just thankful that Princess Ruta didn't drown. I think he'd take that as a result.
I'm just so disappointed when that ever happens. Like, she's a fish.
I know. I mean, like, she can't float for like 2 seconds. I mean, she doesn't even need to swim. Just float.
Somehow she drowns and she floats all the way up 2 floors.
Yeah, it's more effort to do that than it would just be to sort of float. It's very strange, very demanding. Woman is Princess Ruto. Not worth.
And unfortunately, that is a personality trait common amongst royalties, or so I've heard.
Yeah, I've never met any, but I imagine that you're. I imagine that you're correct.
Looks like that is all for the Spirit Temple.
Just a couple of keys, nothing else. Kariossa chasing the fairies today and really not getting a payout from them at all.
And there is Bolero. There's got to be something good on that crater. I think Chad is right about the hover boots.
Mm-hmm. This is definitely a bean plant. There's the Serenade Plaven, so probably going to rush this in. Take the owl back and go adult. Definitely not chasing the skulls as hard. Otherwise might have stayed child a little bit longer.
Interesting use of the owl here.
Maybe it's a Kakariko play, which, yeah, looks like it.
Wonder if they will take the time to do some spider hunting while we're here. Yep, looks like it.
Yep. Should at least be able to get the magic. And then hopefully the magic will make him go, Well, he still doesn't know that Duns is on 40 yet either, so until he finds that out, there's nothing really saying he should rush goals. And there isn't really anything saying that you definitely have to rush goals either.
Yep, very true. There is one spider down.
That's for 10. Looks like Carrots are going to go check straight away. Not even going to waste time with any of the other ones just yet. It's like, give me something I can use. Give me something I can use. It's not something you can use. Sorry, Kariossa.
It's bright and it's shiny and it's green.
One day you'll be able to use that magic, but that day is not this instant.
Yeah, no neighbor's love yet for Kariossa.
That was a good point. He is still suturing, particularly unsafely.
Oh, he did get it. Thank you, Baby Shark. Shout outs, everybody. Happy 66 minutes and 6 seconds. We got Baby Shark in Siberian tracking for us today. So People's Ginger Sunny joining me in the commentary booth. Mr. Reniel as our tracker, as Kariossa picks up their baby butter knife and gonna pick up Nocturne.
Do they play Nocturne to check the hint stone? Probably, because it's still faster to get out, isn't it, if you just play Nocturne?
It depends if they want to do some flame
Actually,
storage.
it's probably going to do the flame storage check, yeah.
Also to note, Kariossa hasn't done the Lost Woods' child checks. Still missing out on those fire arrows. I imagine we'll be picking those up before the deck retreat or after. Big Octo down for Marco. Let's see if they go for the cutscene skip. And if they get the trick first try.
So another 2 or 3 seconds can make up on Kariossa, or gain on Kariossa, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, that's pretty close, I think, at this point. But I do think Marco ever so slightly in the lead. And there is the skip. So you jump on the switch, you bonk into the door. Or you bonk into the switch, rather. Jump slash. And I think it's 1 frame to get that first try, Marco making it look so easy.
That trick is so hard. Like I've tried that so long. I've never been able to consistently get it.
Yes, you sometimes see pause buffering really helping some runners. But Marco, no hesitation.
No pause buffering needed when you can play the game at like 780 frames a second or whatever his IQ for this game is.
He's got that Tesla neural implant or whatever it is. One, 2 nuts down.
25 skulls to 11 as well.
Kariossa now taking the time to do these child checks we've already seen from Marco.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this will push Marco into the lead. I can't imagine he doesn't do Spirit first, though. Not much left as child.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if we don't see an immediate Requiem once we get out of here. More skulls to collect after all, so there's literally nothing saying don't go to Child Spirit for Marco right now.
Yeah, good point. There's 3 on the child side, plus the soil patch.
Not seeing any bug pickups from Kariossa, so it might be that they decided if I have to rush 40, I might have lost already. Maybe I don't need to do it. Got to be in the back of his mind, I would imagine.
Yeah, still hasn't seen the hint outside the Deku trees. Might see a change of pace afterward.
Oh yes, of course, still hasn't seen the hint.
But if he does decide to come back for Soil Patch Skulls, it will be feeling a bit bad.
Mm-hmm. Having to pass up at least 2 or 3 just with this one visit. Does get the fire arrows though, which isn't going to make him feel any better, I don't think. But when he eventually sees the 40, hint.
Could come into play for Adult Spirit Temple if we can get there before we go into Shadow. I'm sure Kariossa is thinking on his way to the Deku Tree. All right, strength upgrade in the Deku Tree. Strength upgrade in the Deku Tree, please. Marco setting time of day in the crater. As Kariossa gets the bad news. Oh, not there. Other side.
It's going to go and check it though, which is important. It doesn't just ignore it completely. Which I've seen some runners do. Yeah, the only thing that Kariossa really had at the advantage was the hammer, and it really hasn't paid out for him at all so far.
Yeah, kind of evaporated as soon as Marco grabbed that the boom bag, the bomb bag. Well, good news for Kariossa is gonna beat. Is gonna get inside the Deku Tree before Marco gets to the Spirit Temple.
Point from VXR as well, but we still haven't seen the OOT hit.
Yeah, very true. And we can full clear the temple of time before we get that.
Yeah, we certainly can. Lax and Prelude checks, both available after this child segment. Yeah, KLA, we already saw the special secret spider room from Marco, because Marco already knew that he decided he was going to chase 40 skulls. We probably won't see it from Kariossa, because, again, well, we'll find out whether Kariossa is going to start chasing skulls hard or not, whether he goes for that one, I think. Now that it's got the information about 40 being Dins. Yep. And strength hinted in shadow. Which is what Marco is going. He's got, that's my strength too. I can rush 40 skulls, it's fine. I'm just going to gamble and go for it.
And I mean, at this point, even if it's not, Marco might just be able to get there quicker before whatever else, whatever other strength upgrade is out there for Kariossa.
Mm-hmm.
Just missing those hover boots, which we are pretty sure are on the volcano. Some people in chat are 100% sure of that. But I've been fooled by chat one too many times.
Yeah, until I see them pick it up with my own eyes, then I will believe what it is. And even then, I might still not be sure, depending on how fast they mash through the text box.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we have two wonderful trackers behind the scenes to give us confirmation.
Absolutely. We couldn't do this without Siberian or Baby Shark.
And just some pizza on 20. Nothing there. Ooh. Oh, okay. I thought we were going to get some chickens. Never mind. Jump in the gun. Oh, wait. There we go.
I didn't think you were. I was like, well, if he's going to do chickens, he'll probably start from that one. But I didn't want to say anything in case, just in case I jinxed it. But no, this is a chickens play. Definitely less than last location chickens.
Yeah. See, it was my initial response, and then my brain kicked in. It's like, oh wait, no, that's
Surely
probably
not.
just so he can get into the market.
Yeah, I mean, this is Marco and Kariossa. Like, we're not going to see chickens at the 1 hour 15 mark. It's just no. It's happening.
Yeah, that's not too unusual. When you run vanilla OOT 100% enough, chickens is second nature.
That is true. Yeah, that is a very good point. If there's anyone who's sort of maybe done this more than Marco, I'm not sure there is too many people in the world who've probably done this more than him.
Now, my hope for Season 6 is this will be randomized, so chances are that it will be less than 7. There we go. Quick one cycle from Kariossa. Queen Goma down. Let's see where they go. Do they go off spider hunting? Do they go back adult? Not a whole lot open to them in logic. But we do have the Ice Cavern and Fire Temple. Could go deeper into forest.
Yeah, none of those necessarily that appealing right now, are they? Ice maybe, not too bad.
And then, of course, we think we can get into the Shadow Temple, except we need 40 skulls.
And Chickens was dead.
And
But
this
Marco,
is
being thorough, not going to let Chickens lose him the race. That's for sure. Probably couldn't have done it any faster.
Absolutely, yeah. Meanwhile, kariossa has played Sunsong here in Kokiri Forest. They have switched on that spider mode button.
Mm-hmm.
Is it too little too late? You gotta stay tuned right here on ZSR to find out.
Yeah, and they are a good 20 skulls behind at this point. There or thereabouts. Yes, kariossa has seen the 40 hit now, but just got it much later than Marco, because did Jabu last in this child phase, whereas Marco did it first.
It seemed like you couldn't go wrong doing Deku Tree or Jabu, unfortunately. There was a right way to do those two dungeons.
Mm-hmm. Deku Tree hint more useful than the fountain hints today.
Here you go, kariossa boarding the owl and backwalking in the market. Time to make that withdrawal from our Bank of Temple of Time.
Yep, get our song, get our item. What has been left for us by the sages?
Unfortunately, has not accrued any interest.
But if it's something useful, we'll overlook the interest for now. Finishing off the child market checks as well. $32 skulls for Marco. Yeah, 15 ahead at the moment. 16 ahead.
At least 2 more he can easily get in here. If he full clears the child side, it'll be 3 more.
Yeah, I think, again, with the skull hunting, and considering how thorough that Marco has been with everything this seed, I'd not be surprised if he takes that key and carries on. But...
ooh, spicy.
That is not what he's choosing to do.
He says, I've been child long enough. I've cleared 2 of my dungeons. Well, 2.5. It's time. It's time.
Gonna have a pretty good idea of where he's going to get the last skulls then. I imagine. If he's confident enough to
fall behind.
Not have to come back for child for quite a while. Marco's plan, after being so long and being so thorough.
And unfortunately, Din's Fairy is not paying out for kariossa, and it does not look like Marco is going to be that thorough. So first into the temple.
Yeah, it really does look like he's decided to rush that strength 2 in shadow. That's the strategy from Marco, and has single-handed, sort of focusedly gone towards it.
Still a few skulls outstanding. Shouldn't be a problem with Sunsong. Ooh, chat with a very good point. Stat strength and Shadow Temple is strength locked. Depending on
nothing,
keys, of course.
But we do have a horse, which I guess is useful. With Fortress being foolish, not as useful as it might be.
It does open all of the training grounds for us.
Mm-hmm. Another option to consider of money. Yeah, the kariossa going straight for those hover boot. Nope, is going to play Requiem.
Well, quick skulls out in the desert here. Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Is Marco making a nice cavern play? It might be one of the densest locations. He's got access to,
Mhm.
especially if you include all the Skulltulas on the way. 2 here in the river, 1 in the domain.
It works out just perfectly in the skull routing for him. It's yeah, but sort of every decision that's been needed to make, Marco's basically made the right one so far. At least to begin with.
Not sure why Kariossa is using fire arrows here, unless that was just a misclick.
No, I think it deliberately set them on there, so I'm not sure.
The Weavers, though, are not playing nice as usual.
The Goron's still dead.
And Marco popping into these foolish grottos here, looking for some hints. Well, that would have been nice
foolish.
a little earlier.
Thanks, game. We worked that one out already. A foolish hint in a foolish location. I guess it makes sense. A foolish hint, even.
Okay, I guess Kariossa equipped those fire arrows for the wasteland here.
Now that makes sense. Only 5 away now for Marco from Din's fire.
Yeah, we'll come out of the ice cavern with 39 here. And then the one on top of Impa's house, I think, would be number 40.
Mm-hmm.
So both these runners going adult and going to some pretty dense locations. I think Marco's is the better play just because there are more skulls in this region.
Mm-hmm.
But Kariossa might just get bailed out here if he can find like an out of logic strength going through GTG.
Yep. If he can find some good progression in GTG that doesn't require strength too, then he'll be feeling pretty good about himself. But we're going to get lots of checks, and that's exciting. So checks we haven't seen on both sides.
Yeah, I think this is the make it or break it moment for Kariossa here. 124.
Realised these are the 2 rush memes: Rush Ice and Rush GTG. One choosing one choosing the other.
Yeah, there were some people in chat who, as soon as they saw the Song of Time, were saying Rush GTG. They've been waiting a while.
First second. An hour and 24 minutes later, we will be seeing it shortly. No point wasting our time with the horseback archery or any of that nonsense today, since we know the fortress is dead.
Now, Marco did peek at what's on the bottom of the fountain here. Good luck if, good job if you saw it.
That check and volcano are the 2 that I always find the hardest to see. Like, of all the checks, especially when top level runners check them, because like they literally need to see it for 4 or 5 frames, and you need to be looking at the exact right spot for it. And if you're not, then no idea.
Curious, climbing up here for the skull. Does not have Scarecrow song set, if I recall correctly.
Nope, it hasn't been back to Adult Lake. I don't think either of them have. So they've both done the first part of it, but they haven't confirmed it.
Oh right, Fortune's foolish. Never mind. Thank you, Alfalfa.
But yes, not required for this check since it's confirmed dead. It's GTG then, so which play is better, Rush Ice or Rush GTG?
It's a tough call. Again, I think just because of the skull density, Marco is in the right direction, but you never know what could be here in GTG. We do know there are 9 small keys.
2 checks down, just 1 key. Small there. Couldn't tell if there was anything further.
Yeah, center's definitely dead. Kariossa getting a good peek at it. Chat saying a big chest on the right side.
Yeah, it certainly looks like it.
But Kariossa's going left to the Southos.
Marco gonna get some frozen shoes on special offer.
I'm not sure if I agree with this play from Kariossa. If there was a big chest there on the right, I think you'd want to rush that.
You've got Song of Time, so no excuses not to, really. But deciding, nope, I'm sort of more comfortable this way. I clear out the rest of GTG and head back.
Oh, chest. Chat also saying there's a big chest at the top of the Cyclops statue room. So that kind of negates.
Interesting. That probably leads him towards doing a this route then, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Collect a few more keys on the way.
This is going to be really pretty for Marco with these glitchless jumps.
Oh, I love that jump.
Practice. No time for ground jumps. We got to go fast. Oh, I say that, and then he pulls out the bomb bag. Thanks, Marco.
And the keys giving him what he thinks about that decision.
At least the keys are on my side.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's why he's doing it, because it is actually faster. But it's not quite as swaggy. But the jump before that is just so good. I just love watching it when it's executed first time. This one coming up as well.
Unfortunately, Kariossa taking a void out in the lava too early.
There's another key. Last couple of checks in ice coming up now. Was the ice play worth anything?
If it's Song of Storms, that's pretty good.
That's a scale in GTG.
It is Storms.
It is Storms. Called it.
So that confirms, though, our Ocarina of Time is a foolish prelude or minuet.
That's big information to have, with no sign of an OOT hint.
At this point, it's in a really far-flung location.
Yeah, it's a bomb-locked scale as well, as Lee's pointing out in chat.
And unfortunately, that scale is not big enough unless there's a second one right behind it.
Yeah, get this one of those items that would have been much more useful. Was that an hour ago? Alright, so last thing, and then we're done with this entire region for Marco.
And if there's nothing here on King Zora, might just go and follow Kariossa into GTG.
There is nothing, so just for some.
Alright, getting our hover boots first, it looks like. Oh, right. Probably going into shadow here.
Oh, and the bait on GTG. The chest on the right side was the Stone of Agony.
Butter boots confirmed.
Indeed, true agony. Marco picking up the boots and going to rush straight to Shadow Pot.
At 30 seconds away, has to turn in, first collect their last skull, then turn it in.
And shouts DM Megsy for 38 months subscribing. It's amazing. Thank you for your continuous support. Alright, so last potentially interesting thing we think in GCG.
Oh, that's not interesting. Yeah.
It's not required to claim check. 5 small keys not found. Marco about to go get Dins. And is looking in pretty good shape.
Yeah, at this point with 20 skulls in the lead, Marco is pulling away.
Yep, no strength in GTG to bail kariossa out.
Quick skulls here in the hammer rocks. As Marco pops the door open to the Shadow Temple.
Marco making sure Stone Shadow finds a way today by chasing that strength, which is definitely looking like the right play, for sure.
Now, will we find Mirror Shield on the way? Is Mirror Shield deeper into the Shadow Temple? We're going to have to stay tuned right here on ZSR to find that answer out.
And the question will be, will Marco carry on a little bit further and unlock the shortcut, or will they just bail immediately as soon as they get the strength?
Yeah, one really good item to get on the way to the strength upgrade would be Furor's Wind.
Yeah, if you find Furor's Wind on the way, you're going to be feeling really good about this Shadow Dip.
Yeah, Marco tends to have a sixth sense about his opponent and where they might be, and is often right in my my experience.
His record really does speak for itself. As we said at the start, one of the strongest players in the world. Both of them are. This really is the creme de la creme at this stage.
And now to note, as Ginger touched on at the beginning of the race, this is not the end for either of these runners. They will await the finalists of the lower bracket, What the Hell's and Salty Sponge, racing tomorrow. And the winner of that match will go back up against Marco in the finals, who will be up a game in a best of 3 series.
It's the game advantage that you get for remaining completely undefeated the entire way. But it's far from over yet. I mean, it's looking very much in Marco's favour, but
yeah, and unfortunately for Kariossa, the longer it goes on, I think it turns into Marco's advantage. The more stuff that they have to do,
for sure. I mean, the strength too is massive, because that's spirit. That's opens up a whole world. Might lead him to bait GTG though, which so far we've seen was nothing really. But I imagine that spirit will be the next play as an adult.
Kariossa also gonna pop in that grotto, see the foolish Jabohin, roll his eyes, I'm sure.
And go thanks game in French.
No shit, Sherlock. Chat pointing out Kariossa is still up on the hammer. If Fire Temple is the answer, that could turn everything around. Marco already at the first key door.
Kariossa gonna rush ice.
Not forgetting to collect the Skulltulas on the way. I think they are at 29 or 30.
Bigger sword making fast work of that light rock. Just poke it and it dies.
That Skulltula will be one of the few left to spin and spin and spin.
Marco's like, I've had to collect 40 of you just to get in here. I'm not collecting anymore. You survive this time.
And Marco is almost at the strength upgrade before Karios is getting into Ice Cavern. But about to show off one of my favorite rooms in the game. 3 really quick checks, a nice swaggy little backflip.
And with CSMC, very, very quick. Even quicker than usual. There's another key.
Yeah, sometimes I'll be watching a race and say to myself, oh wait, no, they didn't get that other third chest in there. Before I remember, oh yeah, they probably saw it, but don't want to open it. But Marco does have the boss key, has 4 small keys. So the back half of Shadow is pretty loaded.
Oh, Marco.
Oh,
With the void.
that stinks.
Yeah, that's not going to feel too great. Surprisingly common, nevertheless. But still.
Not something you see too often if you're watching Marco with any frequency.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's unusual, misclick there from Marco.
If you're not following these racers, you're missing out, that's for sure. If you enjoy Ocarina of Time or Randomizer, these are 2 racers you'll be sure to want in your following list.
100%. It's if you want to see consistently how beatable seeds can be if you're really good, then these 2 are the creme de la creme of the French, in my opinion. And there's a lot of seriously strong French runners, so... Rancid PP, yes indeed, that race is scheduled for tomorrow evening. Tomorrow night, in fact. Will be Sponger versus What the Hells. Around about this time, as VXR was pointing out.
They've raced before. They have both won Speed Gaming Live at least once.
Mm-hmm.
So another really hype match in less than 24 hours. Maybe about 24.
There's that strength too for Marco. It's interesting that we've got the 2 sort of semi-finals essentially almost have ended up being French on one side and North American on the other. Sort of Battle of the French versus Battle of the North Americas to get through to that elusive grand final.
And look at this. Marco is at the halfway point and continuing on. Maybe thinking Kariossa would be less tempted to do the fan room without iron boots. As we see, no problem for Marco. Straight through.
Got the strength too, which means can go to the open shortcut as well.
Yeah, I was thinking
I doubt we're going to
likely
see...
just going to the shortcut.
Be unlikely to see Bongo Bongo, I think. Just because it's so slow after the shortcut.
Yep. Alright, that is not a key. So one of the final 4 checks in here is that last small key.
No, he is going to go and take the boat. Okay. This is interesting.
But for the finals, I decided to switch it up. Instead of setting up Marco on a potential date, I've actually been in contact with the Dark Lord himself. Had him send me up a couple of souls, some really evil people. So let's see Marco dispatch these bad guys.
That big orange sword's cutting through evil. Like a hot knife through butter.
No problem. Baddies once again have been defeated.
Sent back to where they belong.
Meanwhile, Curious has finished up the ice cavern. There is the play for Bolero. And there's the play for Fire Temple, making use of the hammer. This could be big.
Yeah, determined to push this hammer as far as possible. Which, without realising it, is actually the play for him. Being so far behind on skulls and getting that strength too. Like, this is his best chance of getting back in this, I think. Not that he knows it, but he's probably assuming that he got that... Marco got the skull before him. Marco's way ahead on skulls, and so he's probably thinking, I'm not even going to race him on that. I'm going to try everything I can.
I think you're right. As determined as he is to come into here, Marco's determined, it looks like, to kill Bongo Bongo. There is our silver scale number 2.
Interesting.
One in GTG, one in the Shadow Temple.
About the only thing of any slight interest in GTG. There's 30 for Kariossa, so still on the path towards 40, but kind of hoping that it's not necessary still.
Oh, Marco getting choked out by the manager.
The manager is not taking any crap today. He's like, no, Marco, the customer is not right this time. I'm sorry, you'll have to leave.
You're gonna have to pay for that one.
But Marco refused to give up, and eventually the manager gave in.
Well, Marco called his superior over, and the superior dealt with the junior manager.
Yeah, the superior was at the golf course and was very unhappy about being being roused to deal with Marco.
He said, I know the owner's bitch. Avoiding out right there, skipping the stone pillar falling down, saving a few seconds. As it looks like the lower loop of Fire Temple, nothing but 2 small keys.
Bongo Bongo, also known recently as Ognob Ognob. Bizarrely. Either way, Marco should be in and out of here pretty quick. Are we going to see spin strats or just the traditional strats?
I think with Big Goron, oh, there he goes.
Yep.
Too quick to answer.
Just poke him in the eye 4 times, 5 times. GG.
And it looks like Kariosa maybe... Oh, no, just bottling a fairy for the elevator. I was thinking they were going to fight the dragon already.
Yeah, Kariosa realising that he's just going to die anyway, not going to get to that door in time, so resetting.
So it will be a no-brainer for Marco. Requiem, clear out the Spirit Temple. But we're still looking for 3 items. Marco's looking for the Mirror Shield, the Iron Boots, and the Long Shot, as well as the Light Arrows.
And as Lee pointing out in chat as well, fire is confirmed absolutely hammerlocked with those key locations. So without that hammer, Marco can't really do anything in here anyway. So again, if there's something good in here, it bails Kariosa out. This could be exactly what he needs. There's the boss key though, so...
Yeah, pretty early boss key.
Marco not getting the payout from continuing in Shadow there.
Well, did pick up the silver scale. I'm thinking if there's
there's
no mirror shield in the Spirit Temple, Marco very likely will reverse and pick up a gold scale in GTG.
Then might not even need iron boots at all.
Absolutely, that's the point.
Interesting. Yeah, that's what we'll be hoping for at this point.
For those folks uninitiated and unaware, there is a caveat to the Iron Boots in the Water Temple. There's just one check that hard require those Iron Boots in the basement of the Central Pillar. All the other checks you can get with just the Gold Scale and the Long Shot.
The odds are very, very good in your favour that you won't need them if you've got a Gold Scale. But they're just enough that it happens more often than you would like. But it is actually unavailable.
Speaking of Long Shot, there it is.
Okay. It's something else that Kariosa is not going to be getting for quite a while.
Good news is he can't miss it.
It's true. And Kariosa deciding to go that far and no further, it looks like. Probably going to go see what's on Volve.
I unfortunately have to step away for just a moment as Kariosa takes on the dragon and Marco's clearing out the Spirit Temple. I'll be right back.
No problem at all, August. So yeah, Kariosa is about to do the Volvagia fight. Is it a key? Is it something useful? Is it a bloopy? I mean, fire is a stone dungeon, so it makes sense that you don't really want to spend too much time in there if you can help it. It always feels bad. Like, Marco will be feeling bad about finishing Shadow. Clarice will be feeling pretty bad about being stuck in fire. We haven't seen Greg, so there's no reason why Volvagia couldn't be. That would be pretty amusing if Greg was on Volvagia. Not for Kariosa, but for the meme it would be good. Oh, that time's running out, but he should have the fairy still, I believe. Does indeed. Buying himself Another 40 seconds. Should be more than sufficient. No one cycle, yep. Which feels bad, it's going to have to hang about. Yeah, it's not been the greatest so far from Kariossa. Not as smooth as he would like to have been, I think, in some parts. Marco's still yet to find anything of interest apart from that long shot in Spirit. But still progression, which is important, and it's a key on Volve. So.
Alrighty, I am back.
Welcome back. You didn't miss anything. Volve was key, and didn't get the one cycle. That's basically it. Marco just finding the boss key there in Spirit.
And it looks like Kariossa making the backwalk straight back in.
Mm-hmm.
They are, they've decided if it's in Shadow Temple, GG Marco, I think.
Yeah, I think that's actually the sort of sensiblest play. Technically the correct play, I think.
Yep. Unfortunately, just choosing those child dungeons in an unoptimal order, that hint outside the Deku Tree paying out big time.
Yeah, because we haven't seen another one of those 40 hints, if I'm not mistaken. Wherever that other one is.
Yeah, true.
Hiding with the OOT hints. And we're probably not going to see them.
Agreed. Of course, any other day, any other seed, the hint stones outside of Jabu and Deku could have been reversed and could have been a completely different ball game.
Yeah,
one of the most exciting things here.
If it had been in Fountain, Kariossa had the 15-minute head start on Skulls, then maybe. But definitely rushing the Skulls was the correct play from Marco. Yep. That's a big chest here in Spirit.
Oh,
Strength 3.
Yuck.
Oh no, Strength was just sat there in Spirit.
Yeah, Strength lock Strength.
Yeah, that feels bad to say, but Kariossa is not going to be getting that second Strength.
Yeah, now best thing that Kariossa could pull out of the Fire Temple still could be the Mirror Shield, could be Light Arrows. That could be pretty big and even things back up. But
at this point, there's sort of clinging to the straws, and the straws are starting to run out for Kariossa, sadly. But there's still a chance.
Yep, Marco's gonna waste a bunch of time going through GTG by all appearances here, getting nothing but a gold scale. Also, if Kariossa pulls out the Iron Boots and boss key of Water Temple is in that central pillar, Marco has to do all this Fire Temple. He's not home free just yet.
The odds are very in his favour, but
yeah,
we've both seen enough randos matches by now to know that this is far from over.
But as I said a little while ago, the longer it goes on, I think Marco has that advantage on execution. But all eyes are peeled here. Kariossa showing us the new checks.
Marco getting baited by GTG is pretty big for Kariossa. It's keeping him in it. We are going to see the Strength 2 checks. Chances are they're mostly keys, but if there's something interesting there, then it really will be GG. At this point, what could it really be? Mirror Shield, I guess.
Now, we did have that sometimes hint for Pierre, so that's going to be good if Kariossa has written that down and filed that info away. Hello, what do
That
we got
is a
here?
big chest. Oh, it's the mirror shield in fire. Oh.
Hang out Kariossa Volvagia required.
Well,
He's got to be
that was
feeling good
the-
about that.
that is about the one thing that he could have found. And
And
wow.
a little extra pep in his step there, rolling through the top of that maze.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely the correct call to go back into fire.
Also, the correct call to go back for the small key. All right, so the seed keeping things interesting, placing the mirror shield up here halfway into the fire temple. Kariossa continuing on. If there is something else in here good too, that is all the better.
Mm-hmm. Just trying to press that advantage as much as possible. Same thing that Marco attempted in Shadow when he decides to full clear it.
Yep.
It's like, I'm here. I've gambled. It's sort of paid off, I think. Let's keep pressing the gamble. But no, Lee's right. That is a massive bailout for Kariossa. That's about the only item he could have found that has kept him in this race.
Right, now it is likely Marco will be picking up the hammer after GTG.
Indeed.
But with the long shot and freshly acquired gold scale, Marco very likely to try to do the water temple without irons. Just going up to the highest score. I'm not sure if he's deduced the hammer chest. But that is it for the fire temple, and it pays off for Kariossa. Unfortunately, we'll have to go halfway into the shadow temple for that silver strength.
I think my mic was playing up for a second there. Has it stopped now?
It sounded like someone was stirring an ice cube into something.
Oh, I wish. No, I didn't even know, but I've shifted the wire about a bit, so it should be okay now. I mean, I'm British, so that wouldn't be too unlikely.
So Kariossa is going for the skull on top of Impa's house. I don't think they're at 40 just yet. Getting
No,
close,
I
though.
don't think so.
Oh, is that 37?
I think I want to hope it's 37, but I think it might have been 33.
Confirmed in chat. So, likely to get the one in the grotto here for 34. Well, Marco was tearing through the GTG.
Yeah, Virgil's correct. It is absolutely hard required 40. Because there is no way to access the other strength without the strength in Shadow.
Yeah, strength 3 for Marco was right before the vanilla mirror shield chest in that hallway with the invisible chests. Two small keys in our pancake room.
Now, is one of these an interesting item? There's a key, and nothing.
Alright, so not missing out there. And Kariossa going back child. Would be pretty quick to pick up some bugs and use his warp songs for those stole patches. Might be what they're thinking.
Mm-hmm. Now realize now that it's not been bailed out. It has been, but not really. Without that strength, it's thinking, okay, 40 skulls was for play. I should have done that sooner, but I'm going to do it now because I've still got a mirror shield, and I'm hoping that Marco doesn't bother to go deep fire anytime soon.
Well, not only that, but banking on Marco not having gone Child Valley.
Mm-hmm.
This is gold skill for Marco.
It's hard to imagine that with the bomb shoes that Marco wouldn't check the crate after finishing with GCG and find out where that hammer is, but
But even without the shoes at this point with long shot, could just long shot his way to the crate and then bonk it open. Because thank goodness we're not playing Bonko.
yeah, I imagine that mode's not going to catch on in standard racing, aka what used to be known as accessible.
Maybe a championship of championships. You know,
Yeah,
all
the
previous like top four.
Yeah, like a special one-off, all the previous champions in a five-way battle for supremacy with Bonko.
It would even be more exciting maybe if it was like the past 5 final seeds and everyone gets the spoiler log.
Oh, that would be an interesting twist. And kariossa going well. The one place we haven't seen, because it hasn't really been hinted anywhere.
Yeah, I really like this play. This could pay out big.
Got everything we need. We can full clear it. We can peek everything, because it is just size matches contents. Lots of checks in a short amount of time, which is good for them.
And this is evidence that kariossa using that brain and saying, you know, we got storms pretty early, or pretty late rather, and these storms checks are outstanding. Unfortunately, is taking some time away from spider hunting.
Yep, not going to go for the sculptures in here. Presumably knows we've still got enough night skulls as in Kaka's child.
Big chest. There's our slingshot.
Of course. Well, hey, at least we can beat Deku now. Oh, wait.
Too late.
Still nothing in the world for kariossa. Not even getting the 2 skulls available for Boomerang, which I don't blame him for.
All right, hammer time for Marco. At least we'll see it. No setup, just walk up to the ledge, see up. Easy as that. Chocolat mais bleu. And he's gonna respawn that crate real quick by popping in, saying hello to the Beatles and adios. Hello, goodbye.
I can't do a good Scouse accent, so I'm not going to attempt a Beatles impression.
Don't know why you say goodbye. I say hammer time.
And there's Marco getting the hammer. So, do they go rush fire?
Not before water. But recoil up. Does he get it? Yeah, he does.
Yeah, a couple of pause buffers, but no problem.
Ooh, French vanilla lens of truth.
Yeah, that's still a check as well. It could just be something sat on a treasure chest bin again. Yeah, Ultimate Bronze Noob today, the well is Kakariko dumping ground, apparently. There's literally nothing in here so far.
Yeah, looking for the mirror shield, looking for the iron, or not the mirror shield, the iron boots and the light arrows. Kariossa would love to see a strength upgrade in here. Unfortunately, we know one in Shadow and the other is in the Spirit Temple.
And a bottle of a fish. It is bait of the well today, yep, so far. But it's going to collect these annoying child skulls, so...
Yeah, I think that's 35. Well, Marco is here in the Water Temple, looking for that big boss key. One check that he cannot collect.
That is a big chest behind the cracked wall.
And there are the iron boots for Kariossa in the
Iron
bottom of the
boots
well.
in the bottom of the well, okay. Iron boots and mirror shields. Found. Alright, just as I was saying, but the well was useless. We get 3 more skulls and the iron boots. And suddenly it's looking not too bad.
That's going to be really big info for us, where that boss key is. Even though it's pretty big info for Marco as well.
Oh, and Marco gets a pistoling shot as well. So there we go. Bailed, Kappa.
So the only thing that is eluding us are those illustrious light arrows. And just one small key in the first 3 checks of water, so vanilla boss key is not available right away.
Mm-hmm.
Something you don't see too often.
Fan call, yes, Marco did check chickens about an hour ago, and it was a piece of heart. And Din's on 40 skulls, Alcalanis. That's Marco rushed to 40 early because they got the information about 20 minutes earlier than Kariossa.
And Kariossa here cleaning up the night cack skulls. He's got some pep to his step.
We also found out that the 40 skulls is hard required because Strength 2 is the only accessible Strength 2 hinted in Shadow Temple, so it was the correct play to rush the skulls as soon as possible, but Kariossa, on the other hand, has managed to pick up some items, or at least one item that Marco is still lacking, that he will need to find.
There is Dins for Kariossa and Serenade. No easy way to get back to the Temple of Time.
Nope.
And it is coming down to the wire.
Still got to find that long shot as well.
Yep.
For Kariossa. Same time of day. Don't want to get locked out of Hyrule Castle when you get there. Yeah, that's a good shout, KLO. If Kariossa gets the strength and bails straight away, that's a good 4 or 5 minutes instantly gained back on Marco. But there's Auroras though. Marco not winning it. It's like, I don't need that. That isn't light arrows. I'm not bothered. Yeah, it's interesting that he would scum through all his wins. But
that first wind, unfortunately, is not going to be advantageous for Marco. But I was going to say, he's got the well and fire temple, as well as all of forest temple. I don't think fire is the easy play.
Certainly not.
It's a little better than forest, just because we don't have minuet.
No, it's an interesting call. Probably won't come back to buy-in, but I don't know. I think most probably would have took that through Auras at that point. But someone did point out that saving the keys to do Dark Link Loop, if that's actually something you want, then you're not as fussed about it.
Yeah, there's just 3 checks remaining before Marco needs those iron boots. I wonder if Kariossa may be making a beeline for that central pillar. No, we definitely can't blame Marco for scumming that away. Unfortunately, it's not something that you want to go back to just for the item.
No, I doubt he's going to. Which, if Kariossa takes it, that could be another little time save, making all this early lead back again.
Oh, but there it is. Iron
There's
boots are not required.
No required iron boots for seed. At least we don't know where light arrows are yet.
True.
You'll never find my light arrows in the water temple. Could be a problem for Marco, but
yeah, at this point, water temple or the toilet.
looks like a key there. So Marco decided.
Yeah, taking the extra time to make some deductions about that dragon chest.
Yep, could easily have peeked it if he wanted, but must know that it's nothing important. So this will be Morpher done and dusted with, and so that just means that Marco needs to find that mirror shield. And we'll only find that mirror shield by going fairly deep into Stone Fire, which isn't necessarily the most appealing location. Gets the quick grab with the Gorum sword. That is probably one of the fastest Morpher fights you will see.
Absolutely, doesn't get much faster than that.
Making it look so easy, which it is not. Frame perfect when you enter to get the quick grab, and Marco no problem whatsoever.
All right, one more blue warp zone for Marco, and the Rainbow Bridge will be opened. Will we find the light arrows before then? Actually, Mr. Reniel, could we maybe get a bet for the light arrows? Let's shoot this on just a pack of bombs.
The bets are starting to come in.
Adult Lake Hylia are the first checks we're going to see.
Yeah, and we get a few coming in for the some Ganon's Castle trials, which I like to see, with Shadow Trial 2, Water Trial, Light Trial.
They're all good. We also have the Song of Storms grottos. Those are kind of out of the way, as well as Target in the Woods. That is our a path to Baronade, which has been fulfilled.
If it's on Treasure Chest Game, that could give Kariossa a bit of an edge. And Kariossa, yes, keeping Ferora's Wind, though that is a difference. Again, probably if he's going to really win this race, then that Ferora's is going to be something that he definitely wants to use as an advantage, if possible.
Yeah, and keeping it spicy here in the Water Temple, doing a dragon chest here. It's probably one of the quicker keys that he can get at this point.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Marco's setting up Scarecrow Song. Oh, for the lab. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping he wasn't forgetting about the Pierre hint.
I mean, in a way, that might give him the win, because it will push him towards fire, even if mistakenly.
Yeah. Well, that was one of our first hints, too.
It was, yeah, we haven't seen it since, so... Foster raising a good point, actually, yeah. That Ferora's Wind might make it more likely that Kariossa won't waste that time going and defeating Bongo.
Now, honestly, that might be the exact reason Kariossa picked it up. Avoiding Shadow as long as he can, but then saying, all right, even if I have to bail Shadow, now it's not so bad. Because at this point, he might be scratching his head. Why isn't Marco finished?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, surely he rushed 40 skulls and it's over. But no, we're still going. Okay.
There is a Pona's Song. Oh, all right. Marco still has South Hyrule Field.
Yeah, still got some field checks to do, I think.
Looks like he is thinking about these few that are scattered here and about, rather than going for the really dense bottom of the well that he's got access to.
Mm-hmm.
That is the play Kariossa and fans will want to see from Marco.
Yep, Master Access, you're completely right. It's the only accessible strength 2.
Now, barring any glitches, that would get the runner disqualified.
Yes. Hint checking, still.
Now, Marco's still looking for hints. Surely this is our Ocarina of Time hint right here.
Is it Prelude? Is it Minuet? And do we really care? But we'll find out.
I mean, at this point, Marco might care if it's Minuet. It could get him up to Forest Temple a little faster. Sorry, if Minuet was in Kakariko Village.
Just the Hammer Rocks hint again, though. So yeah, absolutely no sign of this OOT hint anywhere. Easily accessible anyway, without going to like Back of Lake and Hyrule Castle 2.
And the all-important Cow Grotto.
Oh, of course. Yep. 2 of them are going to be sitting
Ooh, something strange in the neighborhood.
Marco hunting some ghosts. This has been a check that's been available for a very long time.
Yep.
Tektite Grotto says, just a bomb refill.
So question in chat, what has been the damage? Unfortunately, there was a hinted strength upgrade in the skull pod of Shadow Temple halfway in. But Dinspire was on 40 skulls, and Kariossa was rather reluctant to go chasing those skulls. Also got that hint maybe 5 to 10 minutes later than Marco.
Yeah, I think it was a good 10 minutes or so. Because of routing choice. Marco doing Deku, Kariossa doing Jabu. Marco got the hint a lot sooner. And that is t-shirt percent for Marco.
But it is not pushing Marco straight into the crater into Fire Tunnel. Looks like he's going for the Gold Gauntlets Fairy. Oh, no, never mind. Going Child. I think this is a play for bottom of the well.
I think so. I think this is... it makes sense, but again, this is more time that Kariossa is able to make back.
Yeah, and here we go. Kariossa jumping into Shadow Temple first. Might just pull Strength 2 out of here before Marco completes the well.
Mm-hmm.
And Kariossa will be able to clear Spirit Temple in one go. Oh, it's looking good. Looking close. Anybody's game. 2:23:33.
It's a decision that's allowing Kariossa to get back into it enough that Furora's could actually play a difference. About half an hour ago, this was looking very, very one-sided, I have to say. But like we said at the time, the great thing about Rando is that it doesn't matter how far ahead someone looks.
Yeah, Rando's gonna Rando.
Exactly.
All the more exciting here in the semifinals of season 5.
Mm-hmm. Winners bracket finals. So the last two undefeated in the entire tournament of 64 that entered. One of them is going to have to take a loss today, but neither of them are willing to be that one.
Yeah, exactly. An interesting Marco going Din's Fairy Fountain, but not doing the double defense Fairy Fountain. It's in the same spot.
Yeah, interesting. That is sort of interesting. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't do that with the Strength 3. But I mean, I guess it's one check he didn't want to do. It's decided it's going well for the depth of checks.
Kariossa on to the puzzle. That isn't very puzzly.
Oh, and gets lucky today as well.
Yeah, for anyone unaware, that is the best one to check first. That has the greatest odds of being the right answer.
So Marco's turn to get baited by the Stone of Agony. I think this is in here. There was at least one meme item in here. We'll get the irons that it doesn't need, and Nose doesn't need, but we'll get them.
Yeah, unfortunately. Kariossa making good progress here in the Shadow Temple. The like room, the Crushers, and then he needs to collect some silver rupees.
This is actually so close now. Considering how neck and neck they were at various points throughout the race, it seems appropriate that the gap is coming back as we progress through this. Slingshot percent for Marco. 50 seeds available for use. And you're probably going to use none of them, but they're there. The Mirror Shield's huge for Kariossa, especially after feeling like he had the hammer, and it's like, yes, I can push this hammer and I can do all these checks, and this will be my big advantage, and there was just nothing. Finally, a little bit of luck has turned around, and that Mirror Shield is huge at this point.
Yeah, that Mirror Shield might be the saving grace for Kariossa.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I think, just sub 90 minutes when Marco was going into the Ice Cavern. Kariossa was going into GTG.
Yep.
And unfortunately, without the quick soul patch skulls, Kariossa, that took Kariossa's route into the Fire Temple, and it really paid off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting that Marco had the early advantage with the information, but having that slight delay has actually kind of, funnily enough, helped Kariossa back into it by sending him to places that Marco wouldn't need to go, or even think to go, like deepish fire.
I'm sure the gears are spinning in Marco's head right about now. Just about to finish the wall, getting nothing good out of it. Is really going to have to decide Fire Temple or Forest Temple. A couple of off checks, Song of Storms checks, and that Gold Gauntlets fairy.
Yeah, it's what's going to make it a close race, or is what going to see Kariossa take this one, I think, in quite a comeback. And saves coming back with that for auras. I know why Marco did it. It made sense because he didn't know yet about the iron boots not being required. But again, these little time saves actually going to matter a lot more than it looked like an hour ago.
Yeah, Ferrer's win might just win most valuable item of the season.
It's certainly got to be a contender, I would say. And there's the iron boots for Marco. Not going to be happy. And going to be even unhappier when he realises there was nothing here apart from the iron boots that he didn't need.
One of two child exclusive checks remaining: treasure chest minigame and the target in the woods. Oh, and that's a save quit from Marco. You might be thinking about that target.
Yeah, so child's spawn is DMC, isn't it?
Yeah, right outside of Papa D's room.
Target in the woods and CCG. Yeah, I can see that.
All right, here we go, Kariossa.
There is Kariossa. Yep, get the strength. GTFO. Chat left to. I wasn't quite watching. Did he set for auras in Shadow? Alkaline Ace suggests that he did.
I assume so, just because he's got a chunk of his magic meter off, and FW is on his left C.
Yeah, that would be a pretty bad mistake if he hadn't done that. So that's good to know. Target in the woods. Is it the light arrows? No, it's not.
Yeah. Even better to know, Kariossa will stumble into their long shot right after this chest.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll keep an eye out on the 3 mirror shield checks. Could block our light arrows. Jabby still foolish.
Alright. Now, what I'm thinking is, well, one thing that might push Marco towards fire over forest is just the fact that Minuet is such a terrible location, and Bolero will take him straight to a dungeon straight away.
It's not so terrible. It's a nocturne through the graveyard, and we have Minuet. It's a tough call to make. There's a long shot for Kariossa. Got to be feeling good about that one. Has the boss key.
Mm-hmm. Low mode confirmed for Kariossa now. Which, is a serious turnabout from an hour ago. The mirror shield has been the final piece that's pushed Kariossa to all the places that it needs to go. And here's a treasure chest game, so get your guesses in chat. You've got a few seconds left.
Team left all the way.
Not today. Team right to start. Team alternating to begin with, right and left. Right, left, left. Right, left, left, right. It's not the more common one. Somebody gets this one, I'll be surprised. Left, right, left, left, right, left.
And the survey says small chest. Not even gonna show us what's inside.
Nope. Waste of time. And I don't think anyone won either. Ultimate Bronze Noob, getting close, but no cigar today.
So we've got the toilet in GTG, Songstorm's Grotto on the DMT, 9 checks in the Forest Temple. Not sure how many of those are going to be keys. And Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, if there is something in Light Trial, Karios is going to... If Light Arrows are in Light Trial, then Karios is in trouble. If not, it's looking alright at the moment. This is the key though, this is a big decision for Marco.
Did Kariossa skip the gold gauntlets? Yikes.
It's a bit of a risk, but at this point, probably feeling behind.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't hate it. And it is the sort of risk that you know you can take in a game one, essentially.
Yep. Marco backwalking tells me he's remembered about that strength 3 advantage.
It's a best of 1. It's not quite a best of 3. However, because it's the final of the winners bracket, the loser of this will play the winner of What the Hell's and Salty Sponge tomorrow. Whoever wins that match. And the winner will go through to the final with a 1-game advantage against whoever they will play.
I think in that sense it's kind of technically or semantically the first of the final 3.
For one of these runners, it will definitely be the first of the final 3. For one of them, it might be.
Yep,
they just have to go the longer route.
But strength 3 is not our answer.
At least for the that particular check. Still Light Trial, I guess.
Yeah, but this is a play for Minuet for Marco. I think they are thinking the answer is in the Forest Temple.
This is not what you would do if you were going to go to fire. So,
Yeah.
gonna get the song, and it's
Okay.
Prelude, which could save him a bit of time. That's something
Oh.
he'll have that Kariossa won't.
I thought that was Minuet. My fault.
So that means Minuet is the OOT song today, then.
Yeah, I had that backwards in my brain for some reason.
Easily done. Like, they're both fairly kind of useless songs. Prelude is a bit more important, but nothing to AD for sure.
Kariossa still hasn't seen that hint, and Marco got that well over 2 hours in.
And yeah, this is more time here for Marco. If he's getting baited into checking the fairies, Karius has already done all of them, and will not be finding what he's looking for.
Yeah, never did these fairy fountains, so I think Kariossa very likely will be getting their light arrow hint before Marco gets their mirror shield.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are, the double dynamite attack. Can Kariossa take down Twinrova?
At least the troll part of the fight is over now. This should be
Yep.
the straightforward part.
Yeah, the rando devs have kind of worked their magic behind the coding of Twinrova.
So glad they did. At least for this first one.
And no difficulty with that big Goron sword. It's Marco doing one of our final overworld checks. Really trying to avoid those stone dungeons and just another small chest.
Alright, Marco, you can't put it off forever. You've got to make a decision. Which one is it going to be?
Ooh, holding back. That's a backwalk into the Lost Woods. That's a Forest Temple play.
That's Forest, yep. When he was jumping down there for a minute, I was like, okay, he's not playing Bolero, but maybe. No, that's Lost Wood. I think that's a pretty hard F at this point for Marco.
I mean, the only saving grace could be those light arrows, but even if he does pull the light arrows out of here, very likely he'll just continue to go to the Phantom Horse Pig.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Kariossa has his long shot Iron Boots boss key. Just has to play Lullaby and make it over to the boss store.
I mean, yeah, that's a serious business saying. There is a non-zero chance light arrows could be in Deep Forest. But I really do think that Strength 3 is, if it's in Light Trial, Marco's got a chance. If it's not, and it's hard to see how all this time that is losing here is going to be able to be made back.
And there are 15 checks available in Ganon's Castle. 2 of them are small keys.
A lot of them are locked behind Strength 3.
Yeah, I think just about half.
Yeah. So pretty big for the castle, Strength 3.
And at this point, the only other locations that we have not seen is the toilet and the deeper part of Forest Temple.
Kariossa showing us just as skillful at dispatching Morpha as Marco, getting the quick grab. Basically frame perfect kill for both of them. When the cutscene is like twice as long as the boss fight, you know you've done a good job.
Yep. Now, with all the randomizer cutting out all the cutscenes, it's easy to forget how cinematic this game was when it first came out.
Oh yeah. They did some pretty incredible things with atmosphere and facial expressions, considering the what they were working with. If you compare it to like Final Fantasy VII character models, difference is sort of night and day.
All right, Marco in the courtyard. We did see these checks from Kariossa earlier. Both runners did a very early dip into Forest Temple when they picked up their song from Sheik. Marco just did the first check. Kariossa did the courtyard loop.
And Marco went in for literally a skull and just to, I guess, to say, yeah, I'm here, I guess I'll go in. But then got out of there as soon as he got that first small kill. It's quite amusing.
There's Prelude for Kariossa. Quick route to those to that hint.
Yep, and we are going to find out very shortly. Where in the world are the light arrows? Hopefully not Terminal. Hopefully somewhere in Hyrule would be nice.
Yeah, 15 out of 25 chance that it's in Ganon's castle.
Marco getting t-shirt %?
Yeah, unfortunately, no face cam. One of the more facially expressive racers.
Yep. Has his heart on his sleeve quite a lot, Marco. Yeah, if he messes up or does something that he's not too happy with, he's not shy of hiding it.
All right, a few staircases, all that stand between Kariossa and the knowledge. Slightly more than 25% chance, I think, that it's Strength 3 locked. 7 out of our 25 checks.
Not the greatest of odds, but enough chance that this could still be pretty interesting.
And I guess we're down to 24 with that Stalfos trap.
So Marco really needs Ganondorf to say, "You'll never find the light arrows in my castle," and for them not to be in Water Trial, Spirit Trial, Shadow, any of the trials apart from Light Trial, and then Marco's got a hope.
But there is Furor's Wind equipped for Kariossa, gonna dispel. Actually, that's a tough call to make because he's got the wind in Shadow Temple, right? Do you break the wind here? You gotta, I think. We know the answer's not in Shadow. Tough call. It looks like Kariossa might opt to get the hint first and set it in the castle.
Yeah, if he sets it right now, which it looks like he's going to do. Yeah, so not saving first though. So just dispelling the Shadow Walk point.
I think most runners opt to break wind at the bottom of the stairs. Kariossa is unabashedly gonna break wind right outside Ganon's door. Hope it wafts in as he enters.
It's his castle.
All right, not out of the woods yet. Unfortunately, Marco is in the wrong place.
Yeah, if Marco was in fire right now, then this would have swung all the way back round again. But I don't think Forest is going to be too much to. But we'll find out. If it's just here, it's over. If it isn't, there's a chance.
However, if it is in the light trials, I think Kariossa should have the logic info to suspect at least that Strength 3 is locked by Strength 2.
Yeah, having spent so long avoiding the fact that Strength 2 was 40 skulls.
Big chest here.
Is this it? Oh, it's just a bottle. An empty bottle as well. CSMC bait coming in strong for the final. I love it.
Keeping it interesting.
Here's another one. Is this for light arrows?
It is
It
2
is.
for 2.
GG's. Kariossa is now ready to go finish this seed with a sub 3, no less.
Yeah, Kariossa is in a great position to take their first championship victory. We'll have to wait out a couple of games down in the lowers bracket, but have got to be feeling good. No matter who they come up against, whether it's Marco, Salty Sponge, or what the hell's happened, they have the prior experience. They've beaten them, so it should be feeling pretty good for Kariossa. I'm sure.
That one game advantage could be huge.
I'm sure Kariossa is nervously, at least 20 minutes ago, looking back and forth at the race time, wondering where the hell Marco could be.
And why the hell hasn't Marco finished like 20 minutes ago? Is probably what he's thinking. But, well, he might have been thinking about it before that mirror shield that he found. And then realising now that, oh, I guess Marco didn't go deep fire, and I've just won.
Yeah, really, that hammer from one of the first items that we saw, really paying off for Kariossa.
Yeah, ironically paying off considering that it looked like it really hadn't paid off for the first hour.
As Marco rushed to 40 skulls, got that Din's fire, really looked like Kariossa was significantly behind, but has pulled it out in the end. It's been quite the match, but we have finally made it 2 hours, 48 minutes in. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Gannon.
Hell yeah.
Started that a little too early.
Yeah, that his would have been about 25 seconds or something. But,
it's standard here by now. If you've been on a Zelda Speedruns OOTR stream, you know what's gonna happen.
It is the best catchphrase in my opinion. It's just classic. Whenever I see Ganon, if I'm just playing a seed, first thing that pops into my head is here's Ganon. It's just classic. It just works.
It worked in Zelda 1. I thought it would work just as well here in Ocarina of Time.
A fan favorite, no doubt. Like I always, even if I'm just watching, I'm just like, do the thing. You did the thing.
Now, big shout outs to LOZ Cards Fan 23, one of the best Zelda 1 and even a commentator for Super Mario Brothers 3 Randomizer. Really talented dude. All the inspiration behind it. Plus, of course, Johnny Carson.
Us Roadrunner with the point saying, they always say here's Ganon, but why don't they ask how's Ganon? It's like, there's a few reasons for that.
Yeah, we know it's not going to be too good in a few minutes.
It's like pointless question because it's going to be dead in a couple of minutes.
Now there's the slicing and the dicing. Get your GGs in chat.
Kariossa taking an early lead, remaining undefeated, progressing to the winners' final.
And not only remaining undefeated, but defeating one of the best. Former champion, but it's not over yet. Going up into the finals, game ahead. So they will need to win one more race, and they will take home Season 5. But the winner of the lower bracket will have an opportunity to win 2 in a row.
They will definitely have something to say about that. But with Kariossa, we'll just have to... Kariossa can now sit and just watch Marco, What the Hells, and Sponge battle it out for the right to face him with a 1-game advantage. It's a pretty strong position to be in. I think he's going to be delighted. And having controller problems again, but at least after the race this time. Kariossa's wireless controllers always seem to mess up. Something you might want to fix before the final, I don't know. Just a suggestion.
Yeah, I'm sure they will be watching the lower bracket matches with an eye for detail, looking for any sort of common strats that they're taking through their seed. I'm sure.
I mean, I did notice that Sponge was in the chat earlier, scouting out the next potential next opponent if they get past What the Hell's tomorrow.
And chat reminding me once again, Ed McMahon, the voice behind the intros on the Johnny Carson. So couldn't have it without him.
Standing on the shoulders of giants.
Absolutely. Speaking of giants, these two not disappointing. And yeah, that is it for the top bracket. Karios is sitting back and relaxing.
We have got the last 3 or 4 matches of this, depending on how the final goes. Wow, it's just amazing lineup. Impossible to call the winner, but you have to say Kariossa has taken a big advantage. So
Now let's welcome our racers in. GG's Kariossa, GG Marco.
GG's guys, GG's.
Hello, GG.
I actually just found light arrows.
Shots.
No.
Nice.
Yeah, that was quite the seed. It was really close. Of course, you know, the first hour or so, I'm sure you were pretty well aware of that. Big change up when Marco went to Deku Tree early, got the 40 skull hint, and just hit those soil patches really hard. About 124, when Marco was you were going in the ice cavern, Karios decided, you know, I'm going to clear out GTG first here. And I think at that point, pulling him away from those soil patches really turned the seed. So he just kind of backed into a corner before he made the decision, let's go into fire.
Yeah, so when did Kariossa go into Fire Temple?
I think around 1 hour 40, I think, something like that.
Wow. Why did you go there?
I was also feeling so behind for the skull. I mean, I skipped pretty much all the scaling progression. So I was kind of fucked when I saw 40 skull against fire.
Yeah, because Marco
it,
had like a 15-minute advantage on that information.
I skipped most of the scaling progression, so...
See.
Yeah, there was a point, Marco, where you were up, you know, 20 skulls. You know, it was like 10 to 30 skulls. But Kariossa actually made a really early play for Gerudo Valley. Unfortunately, it didn't look like that advantage was going to play out because you got the bomb bag, you know, actually ahead of Kariossa in Dodongo's Cavern by just a few minutes. But when backed into a corner, he didn't want to go child because, you know, no real good way to get back to the Temple of Time. And at that point said, you know, maybe I'll use my hammer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it got the hammer so much earlier. And it looked like it wouldn't pay off because the first checks you did Kariossa was just nothing behind the hammer at all. And it was like, okay, that was like the one thing that you kind of had that Marco didn't. And it wasn't looking like it was paying off. But funnily enough, 2 hours later, it actually sort of helped.
So what was your go mode? Scale, Iron Boots?
I mean, light arrow, obviously, but long shot.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, really trying to look for another strength upgrade anywhere else. And actually skipped the strength 3 that was right before the vanilla mirror shield chest.
Yeah, I was pretty sure the 3rd strength was gonna be locked because of the DMC path. Which was hovers to get the strength in Shadow.
Yep, good piecing together the puzzle.
And that explains the literally immediate decision to go chase 40 skulls. It's very noticeable. As soon as you got it, I've made the decision. 40 skulls, let's go.
Did you have an idea that the strength 3 was going to be strength 2 locked Kariossa?
Yeah, of course. I seen the mirror shield in fire, but it wasn't overlocked, so that means it was for the strength anyway in Shadow.
Oh yeah.
So if light arrows had been strength 3 locked, you would have known where to go.
I would have gone spirit anyway, and Shadow. Then afterward.
Oh, you never finished Shadow?
No.
Okay.
I got Furrow in water before, so
Yeah,
I just put Furrow and go spirit.
Yeah, that was a big heads-up play. We saw Marco save scum it, didn't want to use the small keys, didn't have enough info, and it was really exciting when we saw Kariossa save that get another two small keys, because at that point he was still looking for the long shot, still didn't have strength 2, so there's really interesting routing divergences all the way through.
I mean, it's been a fantastic race and top quality boss killing as usual from both of you. Very very slick play.
Yeah,
which
thanks.
is what we come to expect, but it's excellent. So, Marco, you will be going on to the losers bracket, and you'll be playing the winner of What the Hell's in Sponge. Got any thoughts about that one?
I mean, we're getting to the end. It's gonna be very tough, no matter what. Those two are really, really good players for sure. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, see what the seed rolls and play it as you can. And Kariossa, you're going to be to the grand finals, so you can put your feet up a little bit, I guess. Probably not. You've got lots of practice ahead, I'm imagining. But at least you will. At least you know you're in the finals. You can sit back and watch these other three battle for the right to face you.
Yeah.
You also have the comfy knowledge that you've beaten all of them. You've sent all of them down to the lower bracket.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Yeah. Undefeated, still. Could it be the undefeated tournament run? We'll find out.
Do we have any final thoughts?
I think I'm good.
Well, thank you guys so much for racing. I'm sure you're anxious to go francophone and hop over to Casey Necro's channel.
Yeah, I'm sure all of France is waiting to hear from you both. So GG's again, and thanks very much for putting on such a good race.
Yeah, thank you for the restream.
Yeah, thanks.
Always a pleasure. It's been quite a trek to get to the finals here. We're so close, and it's been really exciting. It's been a pleasure to call all these races. Thanks, Jenner, for joining me here today. And
Real
in the
privilege.
past.
Thank you, August.
And everybody else here behind the scenes. We got Baby Shark and Siberian on our tracking team. Make sure you give everyone a follow. Least of all these runners, they are putting on great content. After this is done, you can bet that they will be streaming more Zooter in the days to come.
Yep. Congratulations again, Kariossa, and we're going to raid Marco's channel for the last bit of this race so you can see the end if you want to. Reminder to join us again tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. UTC for the losers bracket semifinals, What the Hells versus Sponge. Very, very exciting, and we also have the Random Settings League race on this Friday, so join us for that as well. Thank you everybody for coming. Thank you to our commentators for making this match fun and accessible to everybody. And we will see you all next time.
I feel I have to say quickly though, somebody can pay out the bet.
Yes, I'm doing that right now too.
Thanks everybody.
I
See y'all
pressed
later.
too many buttons.
Alright, bye guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Thank you, bye.